Good morning, students. Welcome to the next very interesting video of chapter Magnetism. In this section, we are going to learn about properties of magnet through some activities. I hope you will enjoy these activities with me. For understanding the properties of magnet, we need some materials. So, we have a bar magnet, iron filings, we have a cardboard, we also have white sheet of paper and a thread. You can see this thread for suspending the magnet. So, I have suspended a magnet with the thread. So, we will be performing the activity with this also. So, let's get started, children. The first property of magnet is attractive property. Children, the property of a magnet to attract magnetic substances towards itself is called attractive property. For this, let us take a cardboard and put a white sheet over it. Now, spread some iron filings over the sheet of paper. So you can see I am spreading these iron filings on sheet of paper. Then we will roll the bar magnet on the iron filings. Now make sure that all the parts of the magnet touch the iron filings. Let's pick up the magnet. Let's observe. Children, we will notice that most of the iron filings clinch near the ends of the magnet and a very few in the middle. You can all see very few in the middle. These are the poles of the magnets, North Pole and South Pole. So most of the iron filings get attracted to the poles of the magnet. So we conclude that magnetic poles have maximum attraction. I hope the first property is clear to everybody. Let's learn the second characteristic of magnet. And this characteristic, children, is known as the directive property. According to this property, the property of a magnet to direct itself along the north-south direction is called, children, directive property. Now, for demonstrating this activity, we will need a bar magnet suspended with the help of a thread. Okay, so you can all see that I have a bar magnet and I have suspended that bar magnet with a thread. So this is the thread that we are using. For this, we will be requiring this bar magnet. So take a bar magnet and suspend it freely with a thread tied at the center. So you can see I have tied the thread at the center. Okay, so I have left it now. You can see that it is pointing in a particular direction when it is suspended freely. Okay, now what are we going to do in this is we are going to rotate it and then leave it. We will have to observe it very, very carefully. So, we can all see that after releasing it, it has now come back to the original position from where we started. This is the north-south direction. This side represents the North Pole and the other side here represents the South Pole. it is pointing towards the north-south direction when it is released. So such kind of a property, children, is known as the directive property. So you can all see here that it is coming back to rest. This kind of a property is known as directive property. The directive property of a magnet helps us to find out the geographic directions. Okay, let us proceed to the third activity. The third property of a magnet, we will be discussing about the poles of magnet. Children, there are two poles in a magnet, as all of you know. One of the pole is called North Pole and the other pole is called South Pole of the magnet. When the poles of two magnets are brought closer, they exert force on each other. Two like poles, that is, two north or two south poles, repel each other, whereas two unlike poles, that is, one north and the other south, attract each other. So let's perform the following activity to know the nature of the forces. So the things we require for this activity are two bar magnets. So one I have suspended with the thread and the other one I have in my hand. Okay, now we will suspend one of the two magnets with the help of a thread, as I have told you. Okay, we will leave the magnet. And now let's bring another magnet closer to it. So observe it very carefully. See, the two magnets have got attracted to each other. The two poles that have got attracted to each other, these are the unlike poles. This is the north pole of the magnet and the other one has the south pole of the other magnet. Now let's observe very carefully. If we reverse the polarity, now let's just see what happens. Okay, so we reversed the polarity and we saw that the south and south, they repel each other. They were not able to attract each other. And it reversed its side and then attracted. So these are called the unlike poles and these are called the like poles. Like poles always repel each other, whereas unlike poles always attract each other. Okay? Coming to the last property now. The last property of magnet, children, says that magnetic poles always exist in pairs. Let's understand. So suppose we have this magnet and we break this magnet into two parts. Okay, so this magnet, if it's broken from the center, children, we will see that the broken part again develops polarities. That means one of the end will become north and the other end will become south. Other part of the magnet, one of the end becomes north, the other end becomes south. So every time a magnet is broken, it will develop its own polarity. The magnetic poles, they always exist in pair, they cannot exist independently. So if the magnet is broken, the part will develop polarity. With this, we come to the end of today's video, children. I hope you have enjoyed these activities and have learnt through it. Thank you, children.